What's up guys, it's Patrick here and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video I'm gonna give you tips that you can instantly improve your gameplay in FIFA 22. I know some of you guys will know some of these tips already and some of you don't, it depends on the skill gap, but I hope in this video there is a tip for everyone that you can improve your gameplay. Let's have fun with this video. Before the video starts guys, quick reminder for you that we from Gamers Academy are working together with some of the best FIFA eSport pros in the world to give you the opportunity to get coached and analyzed by them. If you don't want to miss out this opportunity to improve your gameplay, then don't forget to check out the first link in our description and use the code YT10 for 10% discount. And now let's have fun with the video. Yeah guys, so the next tip that I have for you is you need to know how to use L1 and R1 in build-up play. What are these buttons for? With L1, you're telling your player to make a run forward. So if I'm watching Cruyff, for example, and pressing L1, he will move up his hand and starts to run forward. If I'm watching Cruyff and pressing R1, he's telling with his hands and comes closer that he wants the ball, okay? And that's how to improve your build-up play and your chance creation immediately, because you can send your players forward for runs and call them back to come closer, and that is so important because you're not waiting for the AI to do runs, you're controlling the runs, okay? Watch the clip. So here with Cruyff. Passing back to my trend that you can see it. I'm pressing L1, Van Dijk starts to run. Then I don't want him to run. I'm pressing L1, Cruyff starts to run. I'm pressing R1, he's coming back. I'm pressing L1 again, he starts to run again. Then I'm pressing L1 to send Marcelo forward, passing to Pelé, and Marcelo gets through the space, okay? And that is how to create chances manually by pressing L1 and R1. So again, watch the controller and watch where I'm looking at, okay? Here. I'm looking at Van Dijk, pressing L1, then he starts to run. But then I'm watching to Cruyff, he's going back and he starts to run forward. Then I'm calling him back, then I'm sending him forward again. Then I'm watching to Marcelo's direction, pressing L1, he starts to run, okay? And that's how you create chances. It's so important. Also, if you get impressed, you can press R1 to call your players to come closer, that you can make better passing options, okay? And if you're pressing L1 and your player starts to run and you're not sending other players forward, then he will go in through until he's in the opponent's box and offside, and then we go back out into his position. But if you press R1 and watch into this direction while he's running forward, then he's coming back again, okay? That's very important. Use L1 and R1 in your build-up play, because you can track your runs and the player you want to run forward manually. Here's another clip why it's so important to use L1 to call your players to make runs, okay? So here I'm receiving the ball with my Varane, then I'm playing to Ronaldo, and in this moment I'm pressing L1 to send Pelé for a run. Until he's in the box, then I'm pressing the pause and score the goal. So guys, like you see here, I'm passing the ball to my Ronaldo, and even before I'm getting the ball with him, I'm pressing L1 and moving my left stick a bit up, that I'm watching to Pelé's direction, okay, you see it here, that he will start for a run forward before I even get the ball, that I can turn into this direction and send him through. And that's so important to use L1, okay, that your players are starting to make runs. And then, like you can see, pressed L1, Pelé is moving his arm up, starting for a run, I'm waiting for the gap, and then passing it through, and easy goal. Another important thing in FIFA, guys, is how to defend and how to switch your players. If you're not able to defend good, then you're so easy to outplay, especially by good opponents. And that's what you have to learn. So there are 2 points that are very easy to learn, and one thing that's a bit harder, but will make you a much better player when you're master to learn it, okay? The first thing is, please, don't track out your center backs if you're not getting 100% the ball. Just let them in their defensive line and track back your CDMs. I will show you a clip from my opponents, how they're just tracking out their center backs and I'm easily going through. Don't do that. Second one, I will also show you clips. Track the runs of the opponent strikers, especially good opponents are just sending their players forward with L1 and they're going through and then they're making a through ball. And that's how you defend it. You have to switch your players with your right stick and go with them and not pulling out your center backs, okay? Third thing is, do not every time switch your players with L1. Try to learn to switch your players with the right stick, because then the game not decides which player you want, or you have to panic switch 5 times to get the perfect player. You can just switch 1 time and have the player you want, but you have to train it, okay? So the first clip, first thing, please don't do that, what my opponent is doing right now. So I'm receiving the ball here, just making 2 touches, and he's tracking out his center back. Easy goal for me. So what do you have to do in this situation? So this is his defensive lineup here, okay? I'm passing the ball with Ronaldo to Cruyff. And it's obvious that I want to play him through because I'm sending my Ronaldo forward, okay? I hope you understand it with all the arrows here. What you have to do, don't press Cruyff or don't move out in this way with your defender. If you have him, just track back the way of Ronaldo, because then it's so hard to pass to him because your defender is tracking with him, okay? Every time in these situations, you can do it every time. Please track back the run of the striker, okay? Because right now, like you see, 2 touches, he's not tracking back, he's tracking him out. Easy goal for me. So guys, what do we learn from it in the defense to sum it up? First thing, don't move out your center backs because there will be big gaps. The AI is defending insane this year. Just let them be in their defensive line and track back your center mids or CDMs, and just take the center back to track back the runs of the strikers, or pull them out if you 100% get in the ball. But if not, just watch the run of the strikers and track them back with the center backs, but not move out. Second thing, like I told you, please watch the runs of the strikers and then the players on the ball. Don't just focus on the players on the ball. Watch the runs, because if a striker is running, going through a gap, then you have to switch with your right stick to your center back or to your defender or to anyone else and track this run back like I did in this clip, okay? First thing, watch the runs. Second thing, defend the players on the ball. That's how it works. And if you focus on that, so if you focus on not pulling out your center backs, focus on the runs and track them to cut the passing lane, and improve in right stick player switching, you will definitely be better in defense. Yeah guys, so the next tip that I have for you is goalkeeper movement. There are several ways how to move your goalkeeper, and I'm gonna show you any situation how to use the goalkeeper movement. So first, how to move the goalkeeper. If you didn't know, press in the right stick, okay? Right stick, press it in, and then you can move it. You have to press in and then you can move your goalkeeper. And there are so many situations, okay? Best example, this is the first example how to move your goalkeeper. Also, many pros are doing it because it makes the opponent nervous. They have to think. So for example, me or you, we are in a 1-1 situation like with Cruyff before. If the opponent is moving, he's panicking, he's moving out his goalkeeper with triangle, then you can just chip him or make a ball roll around him. Good opponents, just make a ball roll, open space, open goal, easy goal. Don't do that. If your opponent is going through, don't panic. Let your goalkeeper in the goal. Like in this clip, I show you how to use the goalkeeper. So I tracked out my center back to show you to get in a 1-1 situation. Now I'm doing it, tracking up 2 steps and then getting back with the right stick. You see? And many opponents are getting nervous in situations like that, okay? Track him back, because then you have a better chance that the goalkeeper will save the ball. That is so important. So he's going through and I'm not just rushing out and because then he can do a ball roll. No, I'm getting back. He starts to think, the mind games begins, and then he chokes. And that is the first situation how to use goalkeeper movement. So don't rush out with triangle, just wait And then the mind games begin because your opponent has more time to think and, oh no, he's not coming out, what do I do? And track him back as much as you can until he's on the line. Okay, no problem. Because then you have a better chance that the goalkeeper is saving the ball, especially against good opponents, instead of just rushing out. Because good opponents, if you're just rushing out, making a ball roll, and then you have an open goal. But if you track him back, they start to think everything gets closer, and sometimes the goalkeeper is saving the ball in situations where you think, oh, it's a 100% goal, okay? So do it like me, push in R3. So 2 steps out with triangle, just that he thinks you're coming out, and then you track him back with the right stick into your goal, very central, that he can save the ball. Yeah guys, so here's another situation how to use the goalkeeper movement. So don't just track them back. Sometimes you need to move them to the left or to the right side. This year, every opponent, most of the time, if he's coming from the sides, he's shooting to the long corner. And that's where you have to move your goalkeeper 1 or 2 steps that he's safe in the ball, okay? Look at the clip. Here, I'm giving the ball to my opponent that he can come from this angle, but he's passing it through here. But this angle is perfect. You see, I'm just moving my goalkeeper 2 steps in and he's saving it. Okay? And that's so important that you see how to do it. So you see guys, he is about to shot and I'm moving my goalkeeper with R3, with my right stick, into this position, okay? Right, 1, 2 steps into this position because I know he will shoot into the long corner, and then my goalkeeper is easily saving it. And that is so important, especially against good opponents when they're coming through from here. Then just move it 1 or 2 steps to the side. Of course, some opponents will wait and shoot into the short corner, but that's where the mind games begins, okay? That is so important, because then the next time when he's coming from this angle, he will think, oh, last time he moved the goalkeeper into this side, I will shoot into the short corner, and then you're not moving. Okay, and that's how to concede less goals. And maybe if you're even better, then you're moving him to the backwards and a bit sideways. So both at the same time, that it's harder for your opponent to score. Okay, that is so important this year. Goalkeeper movement is a game changer to concede less goals. Okay, if you're not doing anything with your goalkeeper, every time I can shoot into the long corner. Yeah, sometimes the goalkeeper is saving it. But here, the percentage that the goalkeeper is saving the balls is much, much higher. And that's why it's so important. Also in angles like this, to move the goalkeeper into the long corner, which is so overpowered to score this year. Here, guys, is another opportunity how to concede less goals by moving the goalkeeper. So easy. So this was my opponent. I had a corner. If your opponent if your opponent is having a corner, please move out your goalkeeper until here, like into this space, because if you're moving your goalkeeper into this space and then pressing triangle to get your goalkeeper out, 99%, 95% of the time the goalkeeper is just catching the ball. It's so overpowered this year. That's why so many players and good players in the divisions and high weekend league players and high ranks are just making short corners because everyone is moving his goalkeeper out. And my opponent didn't do it, and that's why I just brought in the corner and I scored, of course. So you can see he's not moving out his goalkeeper. Thank you, Cristiano Ronaldo. Easy header. And if he just moved out his goalkeeper a bit and pressed triangle, he would easily catch the ball. Or I would take it, or I would have taken the corner short, but then I have to play his whole defense. But if you're not moving out your goalkeeper and you have players like Ronaldo, Van Dijk, who's with strong headers, then you easily concede goals, okay? Move out your goalkeeper at corners and press triangle that he's catching the ball. You will concede less goals due to corners or due to direct corners. I promise you. Yeah guys, I hope that these tips will help you to improve your gameplay in FIFA 22. Focus on those things and I will promise you, you will reach better ranks in FIFA 22 Weekend League and in Division Rivals. If you guys like this video and want to see more content like this in the future, then please don't forget to drop a like and a follow and turn on the notifications to support us and our channel. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.